The DMV required specialty plates to include six characters. How many six-character plates could you create? This is in Virginia.
Because Virginia's so lame, they only let you to have 6 characters. Psh.
Back to the point. There's 39 different combinations for one Virginia plate, just one plate. So, but they want to know how many six-character plates. How many? So you take one plate, which has 39 different combinations, and you multiply out 6 times because there's 6-character plates. So it's basically 39 to the sixth power, which is this big old number, which seems to be pretty shocking.
Which I don't even know why you'd spend that much time looking at it since there's so many combinations. It's almost ridiculous.
Permutations versus combinations. Not many versus Pacquiao, but permutations versus combinations. The Pacquiao is gonna win. Sorry. But anyways, permutations is when order matters. So this is when order matters. Combinations. Or there has not matter.
See, a permutation is like if I give you a red, green, and a yellow balloon to the first, second, and the third person. First person red, second person green, third person yellow. And like those 3 colors, and let's say I take it away and give the third person his yellow balloon first, and then the second person his red, and then the third person his green, except in that order. So going 3, 2, 1, giving their balloons in that order instead of going 1, 2, 3. Or let's say I give the second person his balloon first, then the third person, then the first person. So you're giving each person their balloons in a different order, even though it's the same balloons. Now, a combination is when you give the first person green, second person red, third person yellow, or whatever balloons, and like that's one combination. It's a set. Now, if you change it up, it doesn't matter. That's a permutation. But when you have that one set there, it's a combination. Now, let's say you take out 2 colors and put in another 2 colors, then it's a different combination. That's when it becomes a different combination. As for which one has more common or outcomes, permutations have more outcomes because there's different things. There's a bunch of different possibilities because the order matters. The order matters in the permutation. Therefore, it makes it like there's more like happens. Therefore, there's more outcomes. Whereas combination, like I said, it's a set. And whether it's that one set and you change how you give the balloons to each person, it's still those same 3 colors, making it one combination.
The best way to describe a two-way frequency table is dice. If you roll 2 die. So here I drew up a frequency table. Here's the possible sums. You can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have first die and second die. Now, when I take the first column here in this first little box, if you just follow the die, the 1 and the 1 make 2. If you roll both dice, it makes 2. Now, 1 and 2 make 3, and 3 and a 1, 4, 4 and a 1, 5, 5 and a 1, 6, 6 and a 1, 7. Now, follow this first column again, and go with this column now, and you get 3, and then just 4 because 2 and 2, 3 and 2, 5, 4 and 2, 6, 5 and 2, 7, 6 and 2, 8, and you just keep on, like, basically, essentially, it's taking a number away. So it's like 2, then it goes to 3, the next one's going to be 4, and if you begin to notice a pattern, then the next one's going to be 5, 6, and 7, and then from there you just count up. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From this number, you just count up. So 6, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that's pretty much a two-way frequency table. It shows the possible sums of each die and all the possible numbers that you can get, and it seems as if 7 is the most frequent number that you can roll, and the second would be 6 and 8, third, 5 and 9, fourth, 4 and 10, 3 and 11, and the least frequent numbers that you can roll is a 2 and a 12. Spin City. Here we have a roulette table going 1 through 36, a little mini one. And here's a table it has, and each number is red and black. So the type of bet, you can make all these type of bets in the game roulette. Going to Vegas, you feeling lucky, going to Vegas, want to bet big, want to make some money, and roulette is one of the games that you yourself have the best odds of winning. And I'll explain what that means in a second here. So here's the type of bets that you can make in roulette, whether it lands on red and black, even or odd, 1 through a dozen, so like 1 a dozen, so 1 through 12 or 13 to 24, etc. 6 line, which is 1 through 6, 7 through 12. Street, which is 1 through 3, 7 through 9. See, there's a table that goes with this, and you can put your marker or chips on whatever you want to bet on, or straight up just one single number. And here's the examples and the types of bets, probability, odds, and payout. So let's look at red and black first. So let's say we want to make a red or black bet, and we make a red bet. The probability of you getting it is 8 out of 36, which is half. It's 50-50 almost. So 18 out of 36. Pretty good odds, which is 1 to 1. 50-50. Pretty good odds. And your payout is $1. Because, half of it's like red, half of it's black. So if you bet $1, you should get back $1. So you get the dollar back plus another $1 for winning. Okay, now let's look at even or odd. Even or odd, and let's say you bet even. Once again, 18 through 36, which is 50-50, which is a $1 payout. If you bet $1, you should get $1 back. Because it's half the table. Half the table is even, half the table is odd. Now, 1 through a dozen, 1 through 12, 13 through 24. See, that's 12 out of 36. Your probability is lower, and which is like a third, and the odds are like 2 to 1. So your chances of losing to winning. And so since it's 2 to 1, if you bet $1, you should get $2 back if you bet on 1 through a dozen. Because not half the table is 1 through 12. It is like you pick a number between 1 and 12 out of 36 numbers. So you get $2 there. Now let's look at this. 6 line. Now, even less, 1 through 6. Now, there's 6 through 36 because there's only 1 through 6. And that's 1/6 of the table. So your odds are 5 to 1. Your chances are to lose more than you are to win. Yet, if you bet and win, your $1 can turn into $5. So you get your $1 back plus $5 if you win. Street, 1 through 3. Cut that in half. Cut 1 through 6 in half, and you get 1 out of 3. So that'll be 3 through 36. You're only picking it for the little ball that spins to land on number 1 through 3. And if you win, you should get $11 because your odds are 11 to 1. You have 11 chances of losing to 1 chance of winning. It's ridiculous. So for $1, if you bet $1, you should get your $1 back plus $11. And straight up, this is where you have Webos, man. You're gonna bet on one number for that ball to land on one number, either 4, 13, 29, whatever one number, and that's just 1 out of 36. Straight up, 35 to 1. Chances of losing are 35 to 1 chance of winning. And if you bet $1 and win, you get $35 in winnings back, plus your $1 that you bet.
Last but not least, we're going to talk about a life lesson, which is fighting laziness and loving the grind, which is, I find personally, a little hard to do, because, I'm pretty lazy. But, I go out there, get my work in, like exercise, stuff like that. So, but what I mean by this is that you need to, see, it's those choices, whether you have free time and you're just chilling and, like, you could, instead of watching TV and you play sports and something, you can go out there and work on your dribbling or work on your pitching and for baseball, or like run a bunch of miles for track, like, and just like, even though it hurts, even though it's hard, even though it's like, it's like tiring and aching, you just love the grind. You love the see what you put into it is what you get out of it. So you love working hard and being out there and putting all your work in to get it back in the end for that big game or the winning shot or the last winning mile, whatever sport you play. You just, like, you gotta, in order to be successful, you gotta love the grind. You gotta love the energy that you get off of, like, doing that extra lap, or when your coach, or when you're done with gassers and your coach says do 5 more, instead of just going and just complaining about it, you love it. You get into it. You say, I will do those 5 more because it's for my own benefit. You're gonna put in work and to get better and get at get a better output at the end. So in the end, you could fight laziness and go out there and do what you do, get whatever you need to get better at, and love the grind and love it. Don't just think of it as a punishment. Think of it as you getting yourself better and loving what you do, and going out there and just working hard and loving the grind.